Welcome to The Fisher, a serialized audio story. This episode is part of an ongoing journey.
Anna, a glass of water before we begin.
Coming, Uncle.
Let us begin. It's been 19 years since Peter received the vision about his children. God had blessed the family immensely. What began as small dreams grew into a massive global conglomerate, which they called The Haven. Health facilities, engineering companies, a clothing line, law firms, hotels, and an oil company. The branches were scattered around the world, but the headquarters remained in Greenwood. Though the business was vast, Peter and Valerie had gradually taken a step back, allowing their trusted board of directors to handle the day-to-day affairs. Their greatest treasure remained their children. At 19, Kay had grown into a calm, composed, and deeply thoughtful young man. Though not flashy or loud like some of his peers, since the whole family generally kept a low profile, he carried himself with a quiet strength, an echo of his father's stoicism and his mother's wisdom. He had developed the reputation of being dependable, even wise, beyond his years. Yet beneath that surface lay questions, silent battles, and a deep hunger to understand who he truly was. One evening, Valerie felt it was time to reveal to him the truth they had kept hidden all his life. She knocked softly on Kay's door, Peter beside her. Kay was seated at his desk, reading, as he often did when his thoughts grew too loud to silence. At the sight of his parents, he stood respectfully, a habit ingrained in him from childhood. "Can we talk, Kay?" Valerie asked gently, already knowing his answer. He nodded and motioned for them to sit. And so, they told him everything. The vision Peter had 2 decades ago, the angelic promise, the prophecy. They explained why certain rules in their home had been so firm, why they had pushed for spiritual discipline, and why he had often been to a higher standard than his siblings. As they spoke, Kay sat still, but his breathing shifted slightly. He looked down, and for the first time in many years, tears welled in his eyes. This concludes this episode of The Fisher. Want to read ahead? You'll find the link to the full book in the description below. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, same time next week. Bye.